Now I want to show you another feature of the timeline, stacked timeline. So if you go here on left hand side, then you press stacked timeline. So here we can see that we had different timelines. The first one is here, test 2 here. If you go to timelines and if we have the intro video, we open this, then there's another timeline. So you see, you have 3 timelines next to each other. And what is the benefit of this is that if I want to copy this clip to the intro video, you just go Command C or Control C, go to intro video, and then Command V or Control V, and then you can just copy the videos to the other folder. And then what you can also do with timeline is you go to here, this plus button, and then you have timeline underneath each other. So here what you can also do, we can just choose, say this was the intro video here, we can do test. So you see why this is grayed out, because these timelines are already open here. So I'll just close them. Intro video is open here. I would go to test 1 copy, and then we have 2 timelines here. And then if you want to drag something, if I want to drag this clip, and whatever timeline you click on, that's the video it would play. This is the video from intro video. If I go here, there's the video from test copy 1, and I can just drag this file to my timeline here. And if I want to, yeah, it would just make a duplicate. If I want to drag all of this, it can just come in my other timeline. It wouldn't move the clip from that timeline, it would just make a duplicate. So that's really handy. So that's when stacked timelines can also be used. And what is also really handy in DaVinci Resolve is to open multiple projects at the same time. So here on the right hand corner, we would go to Project Manager. And as soon as this window opens, you can go right click and choose Dynamic Project Switching. So what it does is that if I say open this project of my YouTube video, yeah, and if I want a clip from this project, say this clip, yeah, then I go Command plus copy or Control plus copy, and you can see an arrow here. So this arrow is for different projects. This arrow is for different timelines in the Shuffler Hike project, but I did Command C from a completely different project, and I can copy paste that file in our DaVinci Resolve class project. So I can switch the project to DaVinci Resolve 19. We have a new project here, and I can put that video in this timeline. I go Command V or Control V. So how cool is that you can do dynamic project switching? So yeah, these are the things what I learned after years of using DaVinci Resolve, and I think, yeah, you're really lucky that you can already learn this now. This is a really special chapter because here I'm also going to be editing one really boring talking head video with you, and I'll show you how to make it interesting and how to use all the effects that we have used before and how to implement that here now. So you would find another folder in the raw video section called intro, because the video what I'm going to edit now is an intro video for my previous class, which was storytelling for YouTube. So let's start with editing the intro. So I'll just go through some of the videos, what it is there. So we have the intro to MP4, so that's the main video file. So I would drag and drop it here in the timeline. So if you see here, what I also did was I have made another timeline called intro video. So how do you make a new timeline? Just right click, create new timeline, and you can name whatever the timeline is. So I have made a timeline called intro video. So maybe I can drag and drop this timeline into all the timelines what we already have. So if you click it, then you have the intro video timeline. So we'll go to the intro folder. So I would recommend to just copy the same folders in DaVinci as well. And there are a lot of kind of graphics, animations, and a lot of stock footage as well. And there's also a YouTube logo, and this is the song what we're gonna be using. And you would see that there's an intro video 2 MP4 and intro video 2.wav file. So what I usually do when I'm filming these classes are that my camera is recording the audio with the lav mic what I have here, but then the lav mic is also recording internally, which is this audio clip. So the quality of the audio coming from the lav mic is a little bit better, so I use that. So here what happens is that if I just drag this video on the timeline, you can see that there is a audio track on audio 1. But if I drag this another audio underneath that, then you can see, hang on, then you can see that where I'm talking here and here is very different. So what we usually do with these scenarios is that when we have two audio inputs and then you want to sync the audio inputs together, then what you do is that you go select these both, then you right click, and then you do auto align clips. So the software would automatically align the clips together with the audio, and here we select a waveform, and then you go sync, and as soon as I would do sync, you can see that these wavelengths here and these wavelengths here, they would kind of be synced together underneath each other. So now as you can see, it's here. I will just increase the volume so you can see that. So in this case, what I would do is that I would delete the audio from the camera, from this audio video clip, and then I would select both the video from the camera and audio from the mic, the internal audio, because you see it's a WAV file, and then I would link the clips. So now what happens is that if I move this front and back, you can see that this red error comes. So if by mistake, if I move it front and back, then you can tell that, then I would know that the audio and the video clips has moved. So that's why it's really important to link the clips if you're using the audio from a third-party audio recorder. So here I would just trim it. I'll press Q. I'll bring it in the front. And here what I would also do it, I'll just move it up, just to make the space more efficient. And here I can show you one more thing. So if I click on the audio, the WAV file, and if I go to files here, then this audio track is mono track. So what happens is mono track is that there's no left and right side in the audio. There's just one channel. So usually when we are editing videos, we do stereo track because that's the norm, what we use. So what you can do is that sometimes iPhone also they do that, they would just record the audio from one channel, and if you play in the computer, then it sounds like it's just coming from the right or it's just coming from the left. That also can happen with a lot of cameras. To make sure that that is not the case with you, you go to audio configuration, you go to custom, and hang on. And then if you go to custom, then the audio setting comes up. Then in format, you change from mono to stereo, and then emitted channel for left and right should be both 1. So here you can see that on left also there is an audio and right also there is an audio. So if you play this on a speaker or AirPods or whatever, then you can hear the same volume level in both. And now let's just play and see if the video is actually synced or not. In today's crowded YouTube landscape, posting content isn't enough. In today's crowded YouTube landscape, so here I would also trim this part. So I would press B so that we are in the trim mode, and then Q so it goes to the front. So what I'm gonna do, trimming and cutting, it's a bit boring process. It would take a bit of time. So I would just fast forward it, and I would also encourage you to trim it wherever you think is necessary. Or if you're not interested in editing with me, that's also fine, because I would just show you how we would be making this just talking, boring head talking shot interesting. So let's fast forward a few minutes after, when I'm just done chopping everything what I think is not necessary. And it can be really handy if you do it with me. So after chopping everything, this is what my clips look. It could be different for you. And we are 50 seconds long with this clip. But yeah, there are a lot of things which I would teach you in this section so that you can learn how to make things interesting, and we can also implement everything what we have learned. So already in the first scene, I want there to be a bit more movement. I want to capture audience's attention. So what I would do here, I would kind of zoom in and make a keyframe here. And then when we are at the end of this clip, if I just go zoom in, then I want the zoom level to be 1, to be just a normal zoom level. So let's see how this looks. In today's crowded YouTube landscape, so it almost looks like there is someone zooming out. There is some sort of movement in the camera. It's just not a boring static shot. In today's crowded YouTube landscape, just posting content isn't enough. What separates an average video... So I can also see here that there's a little bit of jump cut. So what jump cut means is that this.
Enough. What separates?
You see there is a little bit of cut in between these two scenes and that looks a bit jarring. So what I do everywhere on YouTube, on my Instagram, also for courses, is that if there is a little bit of jump cut and if it's possible, then I put some B-roll. So here I would put a B-roll of the YouTube upload scene here. So this is just a shot of, you know, someone uploading the video, and that's what I'm saying as well.
Just posting.
So when I'm saying just posting, then you can show upload button for YouTube.
Just posting content isn't enough.
So what I can also do is that bring the screen record with an animation. So what we can do here is that we can go to effects, and I really hope that you have downloaded the magic animation effect. So here we go to effects, we go all the way down, and then we go magic animate v3 free. So we can drag and drop here on my animation, and once it's drag and dropped, then I select this, the screen record, and I go to effects on the inspector tab. If I'm going too quick, then you can rewatch this. So we go to effects and inspector tab, magic animate, you can see here. If I just scroll down, I want the whip. I want it to whip in the screen. So I would do whip in, and let's see.
Just posting content isn't enough. Just posting content isn't enough. What separates?
So I also see there's a black screen in the end after this. So before even the black screen comes, I can just cut this clip and just drag it over the cut.
Just posting content isn't enough. What separates an average video?
And here what I can also do is that when this comes in,
posting content,
then I can put a whoosh effect. And the whoosh effect you can find in, go in media tool, put it in power bins, because that's what I did in the beginning, that all my effects are in the power bin. So I would go to whooshes and I would just listen to a few of them. Maybe just drag and drop this here. So in this timeline, what I would ideally want to do is that the video one, I can maybe mark here main talk. You don't have to do it, but just for the sake of this class, I would do it. And here I would do main audio. And here I would do maybe sound effects. And the next audio track, I would do the music. But yeah, let's, here I can do B-rolls. And I would just reduce the volume of this, because you can also see that the height of these graphs should be this much. So if in the beginning I can see that the whoosh effect is already this high, so I would just lower it down already.
Just posting content.
So I see that the whoosh already happens a little bit before, so now.
Just posting content isn't enough. Just posting content.
No, this looks fine.
Posting content is.
This whoosh is not really going hand in hand. Maybe this.
Posting content.
Oh yeah, this fits much better.
Posting content. Posting content isn't enough. Posting content isn't enough.
So now
posting content isn't enough.
Goes in sync. And what I can also do is that when this screen comes, no, that's fine.
Posting content.
Leave it like that.
Content isn't enough. What separates an average video from the captivating ones is a story. The captivating ones is a story.
So when I say the story, then I want the magic zoom. So to enable the magic zoom, I need to go to effects, click effects here, then put on an adjustment clip somewhere here. And then I would scroll all the way down and then I do magic zoom. And so now that magic zoom is applied on this adjustment layer, what I need to do, I go on the right hand side to the inspector tab, go to effects, and then in the zoom type, you do from mirror to zoom and hold. Yeah?
From the captivating ones is a story. The captivating ones is a story.
You see how smoothly it moves. And now here I want to zoom in where I'm sitting. So here I will go and click the arrow and put fusion overlay. And here, wherever this center line is, that's where the zoom goes. So I would go and try to make the zoom at my face. Let's see.
From the captivating ones is a story. The kind that keeps the viewers hooked from start to finish.
That also looks nice. So I wanted to do zoom and hold, but the mirror also looks nice.
From the captivating ones is a story, the kind that keeps the viewers hooked from start to finish. My name is Ad.
So when I say my name, also what you can do at the jump cuts is that you can see there's another jump cut.
My name is Adi Singh.
So here what you can do is that you can just zoom in normally. So if I just zoom in, and now let's see how it looks.
Finish. My name is Adi Singh and welcome to...
It almost looks like the zoom was done intentional, but I did the zoom effect just to eliminate the jarring effect between jumping from one clip to another.
To storytelling for YouTube. I'm a YouTuber with over 90.
So when I say over 90, I'm gonna say over 96,000 subscribers. So then I go to the intro folder, and then there is an animation. I would delete the soundtrack because we don't need it. There's an animation where the counter goes to 96,000.
96,000 subscribers. And I've been making YouTube videos for the last 8 years. My name is Adi Singh and welcome to Storytelling for YouTube. I'm a YouTuber with over 96,000 subscribers and I've been making YouTube videos for the last 8 years.
So when I say last 8 years, then I want the zoom in again. So maybe I can just copy this adjustment clip. So what you need to do if you want to copy something, click on that, press Option or Alt, and then drag it here. So it would make another duplicate clip. And here I just want to do zoom and hold. So I click on this adjustment clip, then I go to effects, and here from mirror, I would just do zoom and hold. And I would make this a little bit shorter and see how it works.
The last 8 YouTube videos for the last 8 years. And I gained most of my subscribers in the last year and a half.
So here we have another animation where I'm showing that I have like most of my subscribers in the last year and a half.
And I gained most of my subscribers in the last year and a half.
So here you can see that this is just a static frame. So we need to do some animation, so so it looks a bit more interesting. So here what I can do, if you check out my inspector tab, so I've selected the YT subscriber graph. This is just a static shot. I would zoom in, and then maybe I would keep it in the center, and then I would keyframe everything, or maybe just keyframe the whole transform. If you just press here, the keyframe, then everything is keyframed: zoom, position, rotation, angle, anchor point, pitch, yaw. And here what I would do, I would use yaw, sorry, not pitch. I would go like this, yeah, and then, oh, that's a bit too much. So I would go just like this. And then and then when I would go towards the end of the clip, then I would just make this yaw a bit more this way. And at the same time, I would also want the zoom in. So here it's at 110. Then I would go to the end and then maybe zoom in so that it looks like there is more movement. It almost looks like a video rather than just a static frame.
Gained most of my subscribers in the last year and a half. So what did I change?
You see? So now it almost looks like an animation.
Most of my subscribers in the last year and a half.
So what did we do here basically was just keyframed everything. And what keyframes does is that it saves the position or the setting at a particular frame. So you can do a setting in the beginning, you can do a setting in the end, and then the footage would move throughout how you have changed the setting throughout the entire time period.